Konnichiwa! Welcome to Japanese cooking Ichie. Today I'll be showing you how to make kakuni. The recipe is similar to the chashu, but kakuni is an entirely different dish that is characterized by its melt-in-your-mouth texture. I'll also explain in detail the tips for making it even more melt in your mouth, so be sure to give it a try. Let's get started. This recipe serves 2 to 3 people. Please check the description for the list of ingredients. Now let's get ready to cook. First, prepare 600 grams of pork. You can use any part of the pork, but the more fat there is, the tastier the dish will be. So I recommend using pork belly. Choose pork that is about 2 to 3 centimeters thick and where you can clearly see the layers of fat when viewed from the side, like this. It's too big as it is, so cut it in two so that it fits in the pot. Once cut, place the pork in a deep pot. Make sure to choose a pot that's large enough to fit the pork in. Next, prepare 10 grams of ginger. Ginger is rich in aromatic compounds between the flesh and the skin, so slice it thinly without peeling it. Once you've sliced it thinly like this, add it all to the pot you made earlier. I add ginger because it has the effect of eliminating the pork's odor. Next, prepare the green part of 1 stalk of green onion. This will also be used as it is effective in removing odors. Tear the green onion with your hands like this. Tearing it with your hands will create a jagged cross section, which will make it easier for the aromatic components to come out. Now, add the green onion to the pot. Next, add water to the pot. Adjust the amount of water so that the pork is just submerged. If the pork is submerged like this, it's perfect. Now, bring the water to a boil over high heat. The most important thing when making kakuni is to thoroughly remove the pork's unpleasant odor by parboiling it. Now, wait until it boils. After a few minutes of boiling, white scum will appear from the pork as shown here. This will cause an unpleasant odor, so use a strainer to remove it. Once you've thoroughly removed the scum, reduce the heat to low like this and simmer. Adjust the heat so that the water is just bubbling slightly. Now, prepare some paper towels and place them on top of the pot to close the lid. If the pork comes into contact with air while boiling, it will dry out. So this is an essential step to keep the pork moist. Now, parboil it like this for about an hour. After about 30 minutes, the water will evaporate and reduce. So add more water again until the pork is just covered, as shown here, to adjust the amount of water. Also, be sure to turn the pork over frequently to ensure it is cooked evenly. Don't forget to put the kitchen paper back in its original position. After an hour, when the parboiling is done, remove the pork to the tray. Look at this. The pork is now really tender. It tastes great. Once you've removed the pork, set it aside to cool a little. Just make sure to cover it with kitchen paper so it doesn't dry out. I want to use this flavorful broth later, but as you can see, there is a lot of oil floating on the surface. If you use it as is, it will be too oily. So let's use a ladle to skim off the oil that has floated to the surface. As shown here, it's fine as long as you roughly remove the oil. Now, prepare another cup and remove about 400 milliliters of the cooking liquid. The remaining cooking liquid is full of flavor, so I recommend adding ingredients and reusing it in soup or something similar. I will be using this pot again, so be sure to remove the cooking liquid. Now, cut the parboiled pork into cubes and add them to the pot. If you can cut it to this size, you'll be fine. It already looks delicious, but it gets even more delicious from here. Next, take 100 grams of onion and slice it into 0.5 centimeter pieces. Onions contain ingredients that break down protein, which has the effect of tenderizing meat. If you can cut it into pieces like this, you're good to go. Add it to the pot. The sweetness of the onion will add to the flavor, making the braised pork even more delicious. Next, prepare 1 clove of garlic. Mash it and add it to bring out the aroma. Now, let's add the seasonings. 4 tablespoons sugar, 5 tablespoons soy sauce, half a tablespoon of vinegar, 4 tablespoons cooking sake, 400 milliliters of cooking stock. This will be too strong on its own, so add 400 milliliters of water at the end. Once you've added the seasonings, heat over high heat and bring to a boil. Once it's boiling, reduce the heat to low, cover with paper towels again and put the lid back on. Then simmer again for 1 to 1.5 hours. Simmering slowly over low heat will result in the pork being tender and melt in the mouth, so be sure to cook over low heat. If you want to make boiled eggs, prepare some boiled eggs and boil them together at this time. This is a matter of preference, but in Japan, boiled eggs are often eaten with braised pork. Be sure to add peeled boiled eggs. After simmering for 1.5 hours, check the condition of the braised pork. If it's soft and chewy like this, it's perfect, looks delicious. You can now remove the paper towels. Increase the heat to medium and continue to simmer the sauce. As you continue to simmer the sauce, it will thicken and become a glossy sauce. Pour the sauce over the braised pork with a ladle like this to allow the flavors to soak in and continue simmering. As you simmer the sauce, it will reduce to this amount. Once it's reduced to this amount, it's done. The flavor has been thoroughly infused into the braised pork, making it perfect. Now, turn off the heat and move on to serving. This time we'll be serving it in this beautiful Japanese bowl. It looks best when piled up, so I recommend it. Can you see how it jiggles just by poking it a little? That's proof of how soft and fall apart tender it is. Cut the boiled eggs in half and arrange on top. The flavor will be well infused into the boiled eggs, making it perfect. Pour plenty of the broth on top and it's complete. This is a matter of personal preference, but if you want a more Japanese-style dish, try topping it with shredded spring onions. I also recommend adding some spicy Japanese mustard. The sweet and fragrant aroma wafts through the air, really whetting your appetite. Let's dig in. Top with mustard and shredded spring onions and enjoy. The slowly simmered pork melts in your mouth, resulting in the perfect dish. The rich, sweet and spicy sauce brings out the full flavor of the pork. It's amazing. The boiled eggs are well seasoned with the sauce and are delicious. Please give it a try. I hope you are enjoying today's video. If you enjoyed the recipe, please let me know. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. We also have social media like Instagram, so please check them out in the description. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. ありがとう。